You have got to respect Breon, guys. He is 43 years old and still one of the most complete guys in the IFBB Pro League. Breon can be considered a bit unlucky in a sense that he was competing in the 212 Pro ranks in 2014 and Classic was created 2 years later. If Classic was created earlier, you can argue that Breon could have won more than 2 Mr. Olympia titles. How much muscle Breon has to lose to compete in Classic? People have no idea. Now, where would he place at the Olympia this year? I cannot say, because maybe the judges do not want him in the mix anymore. If you compare his front double and back double against Urs at this year's Arnold Classic, you can clearly see Breon edged him out in terms of overall muscularity, way better arms, and so much more detail all around. But the judges still favored Urs over the former Mr. Olympia. I get so many comments about Urs that he is overrated. And to some extent, I tend to agree. But you have to understand, when Cbum started winning, he also had a weak back and average arms, but the judges were looking for an overall package. If we apply the same theory here, Urs is on the right track, although he still needs a lot of work. Put Urs's back double next to the Brazilian guy, Gabriel, and you will see how badly Urs gets exposed from the back shots, and yet he's still in the discussion for the top 3 this year. So we will see what the judging criteria is gonna be at the Olympia. Do you guys think Urs will beat Breon once again at the Olympia 2022? So the first time ever, we got to know how much Brendan Carey actually weighs on the Olympia stage by none other than his coach Abdullah. And you guys will be surprised that he weighed 242 pounds last year. Yeah, that's lower than Hunter, Nick and Ian. Abdullah was on Fouad's podcast today. And this has to be one of the funniest conversations you guys will hear. Everyone looking forward to this year's Olympia should definitely check that out.
Last Olympia 242, right?
Apparently, Abdullah did send Fouad a Brendan's update that he did not want him to release publicly yet. But Fouad seemed to be extremely impressed. In fact, he gave a very bold statement.
Can I show the photo?
1 minute. Don't show anybody.
After hearing that entire interview, one thing is 100% certain. They are bringing Brendan full as a house this year, even if it comes at the expense of a little softer glutes on stage. They just want the rest of the body popping as much as it possibly can, and his expected stage weight will be around 255 pounds. That's 13 pounds heavier than last year. I mean, if everything said in that interview is factually correct, then Brendan is about to change some of those predictions.
Picture you sent me. If he's more shredded than last year at 255, then I don't think anybody can beat him.
As he gets closer to his first Olympia, he keeps getting freakier and freakier. Vlad will get the crowd behind him because people love to see mass monsters and freaks of nature. In fact, open bodybuilding has always been about freaks. This year, the trend seems to be changing a bit, but 2022 has to be considered one of the best years in the bodybuilding history. So many guys are freakier and aesthetic at the same time, which we do not see very often. Now, I'm not comparing Vlad to Markus Ruhl, as Markus was way ahead of his time and much more freakier. But I have to mention that Markus was not very athletic whatsoever, and yet he was able to crack top 5 at the Olympia level in 2004. That goes to show us that the sheer mass has always been rewarded, even in the past, and it can happen again in the future. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.